Coding is the process of writing explicit instructions for a computer to follow. Think of it like this. Imagine you were tasked with giving someone in a kitchen instructions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. However, you are blindfolded and are unable to see what he is doing. You'd probably start by telling him to go get the bread, peanut butter and jelly, then explain that he needs to take the peanut butter and jelly and spread it onto a bread, then take another bread and put it on top. The guy making the sandwich, however, does not even know what a sandwich is. In fact, he's never seen any of these ingredients before. So when he hears you say to take the bread, he actually ends up taking the entire loaf and spreads all of the peanut butter and jelly in the jars onto this loaf with his hands. And then finally, he grabs a whole different loaf from the cabinets and puts it on top of the other loaf. You take off your blindfold to the horror of what he just made. You were not specific enough with your instructions. In your instructions, you assumed that he already knew what a sandwich was and that he would think for himself during the process. Because of this, he made an entirely different peanut butter and jelly sandwich to what you were thinking in your head. Coding is the exact same way. Although you aren't giving instructions to a person, you are giving them to a computer. Unlike a person, a computer doesn't automatically know what things are and is completely unable to think for itself. All of its actions must be coded in detail. So then, how does a computer perceive information if it isn't in English, for example? Well, it's through ones and zeros, or in other words, yes or no, on or off, true or false. This is what is referred to as binary. It's the most basic and rudimentary that information can get. For example, computer screens are made up of thousands of pixels. Pixels being very tiny crystalline squares on your screen that can light up any color. When a computer is displaying an image with its screen, each pixel has been programmed to light up a specific color to create the said image. Specifically, each pixel is given a set of 3 binary number sequences that represent the 3 primary colors: red, green, and blue. From here, these 3 number sequences can vary to determine the strength of each primary color. With this system, any color can be created and put onto a pixel. A computer would process the ones and zeros through its microtransistors. There are small switches in the computer that can be on or off depending on the electrical charge given to it. This would in principle allow you to type ones and zeros to manipulate the computer's hardware based off the order you typed them in. This is just a taste of the underlying realm of the complexity and specificity a computer operates in. However, spoiler alert, no one actually types in ones and zeros to communicate with a computer. It would be extremely inefficient for a human to do so. Just imagine being tasked with writing walls of ones and zeros just so your computer can print "Hello World" onto your screen. That'd be terrible. We type in what are referred to as high-level programming languages to write code. They're a much more human-readable way to communicate and write instructions to the computer. Some examples of this would be languages like JavaScript, Python, Ruby, C++, etc. They all serve their own unique purposes, whether they be to create website functionality, make games, or even create operating systems like Windows or Mac, so that us users can interact with the computer on a day-to-day basis without having to write a single line of code. Keep in mind, the computer doesn't actually understand what we are typing in these languages. We code in these languages only for what we've written to be converted into binary for the computer to properly digest. Typing console.log, hello world, in JavaScript would have the computer write back hello world to you, although under the hood, it's a bunch of sequences of ones and zeros influencing the multitude of transistors in your computer to display that message. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more coding content, and I hope you have a blessed day.